Hello. In this video I want to talk about how we converted from an electric range in the kitchen to a gas range in the kitchen. So to start with, the gas range is located roughly in line with this door here, so just in the wall. And I poured a little concrete footer here for the tanks to rest on. Using some vaporization charts and capacities at the temperatures that we see in the area where we live, it was determined that we needed two 40-pound tanks to provide enough gaseous propane to the range to run everything at full power. So with those two 40-pound tanks, we've got connected 15-inch high-flow Marshall Excelsior brand cables, and these run from the tanks to an adapter. These cables have a 1/4-inch NPT thread, and the rest of the input side of the regulator runs on 1/4-inch NPT. So we have an adapter that goes from 1/4-inch inverted flare to 1/4-inch NPT, and I have a valve for each of the two tanks. These tanks run in parallel at the same time. They're all equalized. They run into this T, which then runs into a low pressure regulator. This is sized appropriately for the single appliance that we have connected to it, and you'll need to determine the size of the regulator you need for your system. The output of this regulator is a 3/8 NPT, and I was able to find a 3/8 to 1/2-inch 90-degree adapter that then goes into the crawl space, and 1/2-inch pipe is then run all the way to the flex pipe that connects into the range. We used gas-rated Teflon tape, which is this yellow Teflon tape you see here, for all connections. All connections were leak tested, and the stove seems to run really well. The regulator is mounted directly to the crawl space plywood using self-tapping screws to these 4 bosses. In the RV application that this regulator is generally used in, there's a mounting bracket, and you can buy that separately. I did not do that. The 4 screws hold this pretty well. In the future, I may actually tap these bosses and use actual metal fasteners, and I think that would be an improvement on the system.